This is the HR Design Cast, and I'm your host, Daniel Vallejos. Understanding user experience can be difficult, and it helps to think about it in specific focus areas. On this episode, we will review 7 user experience design factors and relate them to human resources. The 7 factors include useful, usable, desirable, valuable, findable, accessible, and credible. Let's dig a little deeper into each of these. Useful. Are our products that we create useful? For example, annual reviews. Some may argue that they are useful as they provide a structured time for managers and employees to discuss performance and plan for the year ahead. That is a valid response and may be useful to particular managers. Yet, as HR professionals, we know that annual reviews are not fully useful tools in performance management. As an HR rockstar, you can use your creativity and design knowledge to craft alternatives to an annual review that may truly be useful to your specific organization. Usable. How easy is it for the user to achieve their end objective? Think about a manager who has an opening on their team. How many forms, sites, portals, self-service modules, interview process steps do they have to complete to get their new hire? Then think about how well they do hire. Could it be that the usability of the recruitment process takes away from the energy of hiring the right candidate? Desirable. If I offer you for free either a brand new Hyundai Elantra or a Land Rover Discovery, which one would you take? Both are well-made cars, yet the reason you desire one over the other is based on how you identify with the brand, how you imagine the car sitting in your driveway, how it would make you feel when you drive around in your neighborhood. Most HR departments don't have a brand to think about. Desirability is a way to start thinking about your brand. How can you create a process or practice that everyone in your company, or at least your target audience, will desire to work with HR or complete an HR process? Valuable. Our service or product must deliver value. Fortunately, you work at a company that states what is valuable to them via their mission, vision, and values. How are you creating something that adds value to your company's mission, vision, and values, and bottom line? If you haven't thought about this already, you should start doing this right now. Findable. How easy is it for a partner at your company to find information on FMLA? Not only does that partner need to find the information on FMLA, but they also need to be able to understand the information and get the answer they are looking for. We must consider how easy it is to find the needed information, because if they can't find it, they are not going to use your product or service. If you have an employee portal that is intended to answer questions and no one can find answers on the portal, partners will not use the portal. Rather, they will call you and/or complain to their supervisor, and you'll have a worthless employee portal. Accessible. How are your HR products and service accessible to those who are disabled, such as those with a hearing loss, impaired vision, impaired motion, a learning disability, or any other type of disability or impairment? You may have data on how to design for this audience in your HRIS system, or if you've had to have a reasonable accommodation conversation before. Look at the data and consider how you can create with accessibility in mind. Credible. Each time a user uses your product, you either become more or less trustworthy. Do you think partners will want to use your department, service, or products if they think you or your department is not credible or trustworthy? Takeaway from this episode. 1. When creating a user experience, reflect on useful, usable, desirable, valuable, findable, accessible, and credible. These will help you create a better HR product. If you want more information on these 7 factors, we have included a couple of links in the show notes that describe these in more detail, including a post by Peter Morville where he represents these factors in a honeycomb visual. The visual is a helpful tool to keep these factors in mind when creating. Thank you for your time. It is greatly appreciated. Let us know how we can help make these podcasts more valuable to you. Contact us on social media at the handle HR Design Cast on Twitter, Instagram, Snap, and YouTube. Take care.